This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So I have a super cool monster toy to show you guys today. He just showed up about 20 minutes ago and I just took him out of the box. And this is the HeiSei Godzilla, Godzilla from 1989 from Godzilla vs. Biollante. This is from Super 7, their new Toho Ultimates line. This is my favorite look for Godzilla. This is my favorite suit of Godzilla. I have SH Monster Arts, Bondi figures, X Plus figures. Anytime there's a really nicely done version of this suit, I have to get one. I love this version of the King of the Monsters. So like I said, this is the new Toho Ultimates line by Super 7. This is his box. It's a great big old thing. And this lifts off. But as always, we didn't come here to look at a box. We came here to look at the monster. So I am super happy with the way this guy turned out. He's about 8.5 inches tall. He's a lot bigger than those photos looked. So I am just loving the times that we are living in right now. I think it's insanely cool that we are getting Godzilla toys, officially licensed Godzilla toys, from not only Bondi, the Bondi toys are still there. You can get your SH Monster Arts figures. I've got a couple of new ones on order right now. But you can also pick from these American companies that are making Godzilla figures. This is by Super 7, but then you can also choose from what Mezco is putting out also. And I just read that company, what are they called? HeiSei Toys. They are going to be dipping their toe into the Showa era and making classic Godzilla figures. So, those HeiSei figures, they stand like, 4 to 5 inches tall. And they've got figures of the King Kong versus Godzilla Monsterverse stuff. They've got figures of that. And now they're going to be producing classic Godzilla toys also. So it's just a great time right now to be a monster toy collector because you've got all these choices available to you. And if Super 7 isn't your thing, then you can go with Mezco, or you can go with the HeiSei Toys, or you can just always fall back on the traditional Bondi toys, which are still a blast to collect. So, or you could be like me and just be a greedy monster whore and want to collect all of them. So I think it's really cool that we have such a variety to choose from nowadays. In the old days, one toy company would get the rights and they would be locked up and that was it. You were only getting stuff from Bondi. But Now we've got lots to choose from, and choices are always good. So he is a really fat, really hefty, substantial chunk of plastic. He's pretty heavy. This tail is really cool. It's segmented. This would go good right alongside your Mezco Ultraman figure. So size-wise, I would say he is probably comparable to the SH Monster Arts, that deluxe Godzilla that I have, the one with the lights and sounds, the one that roars and lights up and plays the Godzilla music. He's about the same size as that one, except this is just an $80 figure, whereas that other one was like I don't know, what was that, like a $150 figure, and it came out several years ago, so it's really hard to find one of those now. This is brand new, and you guys can find him. I ordered it from Super 7, but I also have a Biollante on order from Big Bad Toy Store, and they sent me the email saying, hey, it's getting ready to ship, so probably by next week I will get I'll get another one of these, and then I'll also get a Biollante to go along with him. So I wanted two of this Godzilla because he comes with two different heads, and I wanted to show both head sculpts off. This is my favorite of the two looks, the one with the open roaring mouth. I'll show you guys the other one in a second. Now, I remember talking about this piece with somebody when I first ordered it. Some guy was bitching about the look of it, how he didn't think it was exact to the movie. And I felt that, look, I've got all of those SH Monster Arts figures and X Plus figures that look like they stepped directly off the screen. If you want super screen accuracy, those pieces are out there for you to buy. This piece didn't make those stop existing. But this piece sort of incorporates the spirit of Godzilla. So yes, to me he looks a lot like the Godzilla from 1989, but it's also their sort of artist's interpretation of it. You know what I mean? It's their spin on it. And don't go crying that this thing wasn't sculpted magnificently, because this was sculpted by the Four Horsemen. So if you're a fan of Mythic Legions, if you're a fan of Cosmic Legions, they're the same guys that sculpted this bad boy. Super 7 didn't sculpt him. Super 7 paid the Four Horsemen to sculpt this for them. And that's why he looks incredible. He looks really good. Is it as super accurate to the movies as the Bandai stuff? No. But is it pretty goddamn amazing in its own right? Yep. Sometimes a toy captures the spirit of the character. It might not look one-to-one exactly like the screen, but it captures the look and the spirit of the creature, and that's always cool. Plus, like I said, if you're like me and you collect both, then it doesn't really matter, because you'll have your super screen accuracy, and then you'll have a fun toyetic looking piece like this is. So just kind of trying to show off his articulation. So he moves at the shoulders, he moves at the bicep, he moves at the wrist, he moves right here at the elbow. This is the only spot that I had to heat up with a hairdryer. It was a little stiff, and I was super afraid of breaking an $80 action figure, so I heated it up, and then it moved like a charm. He did not come with this roaring head in the package. I had to replace the head, and he didn't come with these sort of clawing hands. You know, when Godzilla in the HeiSei movies, when he's thinking about something, or you know, when he's nervous, he sort of like clutches his fingers. That's what these look like. Yeah, if you never noticed that before, watch Godzilla right before he starts fighting another monster. He does this cool sort of thing with his fingers. Okay, so I'll show you guys the other things he came with. You guys know I'm not a box guy, but this is a lovely frickin' box. Okay. These are the hands that he came with in the package. Sort of a little more closed. So I swapped those out. Be careful with these guys. The pegs are pretty skinny when you're popping those in. Just be careful that you don't try and jam it in there, because if that little peg breaks, you're fucked. He comes with that piece of Biollante's vine that wraps around his neck. I haven't tried it yet. I guess we can try that now. So one of the selling points for me with that Biollante figure is normally when you see a soft vinyl kit or an SH Monster Arts version or an X Plus version, any of the versions of Biollante, she's always got that Godzilla-like head, that, you know, the big crocodile-looking face. But seldom do you ever see her in the first incarnation with that big rose head. So I thought it was pretty awesome that Super 7 made that version. So it's a big blooming rose head with all these like sharp teeth that are interlocked. It looks super cool, and I'm looking forward to her coming out. I just thought it was neat that was a version that I've never had in toy form before. Okay, how the fuck do you do this? I guess we'll take his head off. Now he's got his Biollante turtleneck. It's getting all wrapped up. Okay, let's swap the heads. And it comes with this head, and this is why I got two of them, so that the next one that shows up next week, I will display it with this closed head. If there's ever an option between a roaring head and a closed mouth, I always pick the roaring head. But this is a cool look too, so I decided to pick up another one, and that way I can display both heads. Pop. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's a nice head sculpt also, but not as nice as this one. He also comes with eight essential vitamins and iron. He also comes with this injured hand for when Biollante stabs him. And he's got that hole in his hand. And then he's got two fists for kaiju slugging action. I think he was worth the wait. I don't like how we have to order these toys and then wait a year for them to show up. But he was worth the wait. And sometimes you have to pay more for something nice and you have to wait a little longer for something nice. And that was definitely the case here. I have the Mecha Godzilla on order. I have the Burning Godzilla on order. I've got the final death scene Godzilla on order. I don't know what they call that one, but I think it's a Godzilla 1200 degrees Godzilla or something like that. But it's the one where he's completely melting as he dies. I've got that one on order. But yeah, another one of him and Biollante should show up by the end of next week, I'm thinking. And when I get those in, I will show those off to you guys also. Did any of you guys order this really cool figure? I wouldn't sleep on it. I don't know how long it'll last. And this might be one that you're kicking yourself for missing. The detail is really cool. He has a really nice sculpt on him. I think they did a good job. And I'm kind of a Godzilla snob too, so I think they did a good job. I think he looks really cool. He's a big hefty chunk of plastic. It's really heavy. He's a big boy. Like I said, he's about 8.5 inches tall. He's pretty damn heavy. I don't know if I showed off his feet. If you are a Godzilla fan or a monster toy collector, or like myself, all of the above, he's only $80, which is pretty cheap considering what a nice articulated Godzilla figure will go for. So if you want something that's a little higher quality than just a vinyl Bondi movie monster figure, if you want like the next step up, but you don't want to commit to SH Monster Arts prices, you can fill that void with one of these. So it's cheaper than an SH Monster Arts figure. And I would say it's nicer than just your run-of-the-mill Bondi movie monster figure. But I'm starting to ramble. I just want to start playing with this thing and start taking some photos of him. So, okay, guys, I hope you liked taking a look at him. Look at this big ass tail, man. Swoosh. All right, my friends, take it easy. I'll be back later with some more monsters.